Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
Erin,
and Kat.
Sarah, another patron request.
Woo!
From Busan Babe.
oh, I like that name.
You said that last time.
Did I?
Yes.
It's been so long.
They have requested I Need You.
Yes, Kat and I are very happy about this request, thank you.
It's a big one, I know it's a big one.
Yeah, obviously for anyone that's brand new here, this is Patreon exclusive, isn't it?
No, it's a patron
Oh,
request.
it's going to go on YouTube though?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. So anyone that's brand new here, we spin a wheel. So we've got categories and that's how we kind of decide which video we're going to watch in like different categories and stuff like that, taking on board everyone's suggestions. But we haven't got round to watching a couple of big ones. So I Need You has been one that Kat and I have really wanted the girls to see. And it's obviously the start of the Bangtan universe, which we haven't gone into yet, but we will eventually. So
what would it have been in Throwback? It's an old one, isn't it?
It is an old one. It's 2015. It's weird. It's like it's not a ballad because it's not slow enough, but at the same time, it's not quite hard hitting. I don't. Just looking. No, I don't know. Probably throwback. Probably throwback. Yeah. But yeah, it's April 2015. It's part of the Most Beautiful Moment in Life trilogy album that they've got.
That's
and
the one I was going to guess.
Yeah. It's basically all, that era is all about the guys are talking about the struggles and the fear and the anxiety about leaving your youth behind and going into adulthood, which is very, very scary. And I think it's kind of like
I still haven't come to terms with that.
I know, yeah, I still can't adult.
Like when it comes for me, I think
When?
I think I'll struggle.
Well, you know,
It's
there's
like that thing when you look around, when you can't do something, you look around for an adult and you're like, oh,
it's you.
me.
I'm going to be...
So then you look for an adultier adult.
An adult, dear adult.
I'm going to be an auntie. And I said this to someone, I was like, I'm going to be an auntie. That's like a grown-up thing.
I know, right? Oh my goodness, but I think
But the fact that you work with children is not grown up in any way. Like someone who
you have
gives
so
you
much
responsibility for
responsibility.
their children every day of the week.
Yes, but still.
Well, I think these videos are kind of talking about, you know, there's those few years in between childhood but then before adulthood where you're sort of a bit stuck because you're too old for the children stuff but you're too young for the adult stuff. So you're sort of stuck in between.
I'm never too old for children stuff.
No,
You haven't seen me react to a bouncy castle. Oh,
there we
God.
go. There's some stuff you just never let go of. But there is, like, that's what I feel like this sort of trilogy is kind of acknowledging is that you're leaving behind your childhood, which is exciting and you're like, oh, it's a new chapter, but at the same time the responsibility that comes with it is very, very scary. This video is like any of the BTS songs and videos, you can take it on face value just to enjoy it. On the actual song and the lyrics about I Need You is about someone, basically this is nowadays a lot of ARMY realise and notice that BTS do gender neutral songs, but this is obviously I Need You Girl, so this is actually a gender specific love song. And it's basically about I believe from the perspective of a guy saying that he's found the person that he is infatuated with or he feels that he wants to be with, but that relationship is not happening, or perhaps it's broken down, and it's just basically the agony of that.
Or perhaps she lives in another country.
Okay, yes, it's Sugar singing about you.
Did he write this one?
I don't know. Fact check Fairy, can you please find out who wrote this song, please?
Because let's not forget time travel.
But the video of it, visually, it's more to do with the Bangtan universe. You can, again, take it on face value. It's basically, there's lots of symbolism about the fear and trepidation about leaving youth behind and going into, and the rebellion and the kind of resistance of going into adulthood. It's a bit of a heavy video because there's quite some dark stuff in it, but that is a lot more to do with the BU, which obviously we're going to go into. Not right now, but as in soon.
So is this the only MV for it?
For I Need You, they might have done a Japanese version.
The writers, Hitman Bang,
Woo!
RM, Sugar,
See.
J-Hope.
Ooh.
That bit's for me.
Oh.
And Brother Sue.
Let's just do a little bias check on Kat, because You weren't here for when Kat admitted that J-Hope had taken over her phone screen.
Okay, can we just... I think we should just clear that little
Yeah, let's clear this
untruth
up.
up a little. Hasn't taken over, he's just made an appearance. Jimin's still there, look. There he is.
Okay.
Proof.
Where's J-Hope?
Okay. Oh, he's just underneath.
Oh, she's got her sandwich how she likes it.
I too have Jimin as my lock screen and then Sugar as my home screen. I'm sorry, but you've seen the picture, it's too beautiful. Sometimes I just sit and click on my phone just to stare at it.
She kept doing it at the wedding.
Who do you have?
I have all of them on my home screen and I have Jikook on my lock screen. Oh no, other way around. All of them lock screen, Jikook home screen.
You
And
know
I have
many
a
of them, do you?
lot of photos of RM in my albums.
No, I have a photo that's focused mainly on me and my wedding dress.
But me.
Because I looked really pretty, so I just want
Every
to
time
look
I
at
see
me.
people that likes looking at herself.
Don't worry, V. I'll make a space for you on my screen.
Well, so when he picks up my phone, he knows who to find. If any of them find your phones, he'll be wandering around handing them to the others. No, he'll be
Yeah.
like, this girl.
Saying find the number that says home and call her.
It'll be like a fairy tale. He'll find my phone. He'll look
Like a
and
Cinderella
he'll look
story.
at a beautiful girl that definitely don't look like that day to day, but still.
So yeah, this song is a bit heavy in terms of sort of there's lots of symbolism going on and everything. So yeah, I'd personally say save all of the metaphors and everything for when we're going to get into the BU, because that will be explained when we go down that rabbit hole. But for now, just take it on the surface as face value of that. It's about the struggle of leaving youth behind and the rebellion, resisting going into adulthood.
I like how you're directing all of this at me because I literally, my head's like, oh my god, all these things.
And because
I'm gonna ask
too
you,
shallow.
and I'm going to ask you all the questions, and you're going to be like,
There's so much to go into. It's so long, but also she's a lot darker than you are. She's got a demon soul. It's fine. We're all right. But I feel like if you see the darkness in this video, you'll be like, oh my god. So that's why I'm preparing you. It's a bit of a dark video.
Before, though, a demon soul. Normally I get soulless.
yeah.
No,
Even demons have souls, mate.
I'll sell mine for BTS tickets.
I'm not sure there's a market for
For souls.
evil.
Satan says there is.
And can I just point out, right, that it's really hot in here.
Mm.
So if I start fanning myself, then it's not necessarily JK, it's
Yeah,
the heat.
yeah.
Why is it so hot in here?
Yeah, so please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And Patreon is loads of videos ahead. I can't even name them all because I can't keep track. It's Kat's job. She's not doing it.
Oh, yeah. If a lot of this doesn't make sense, please don't worry.
But I want it to make sense.
It will. Don't say a word.
Just breathing. I could feel it coming.
Arms.
제발 빈내 같은 건 삼가줘
phone here, I told you. You weren't joking about dark. I did not expect that dark.
Do you need like a blankie and like a cup of tea?
I just want to say, like, props to the guys for their acting.
I
It's
know.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I've seen it before, but every time I'm still like, it's really good.
I didn't like seeing JK get hit. I didn't like it.
No, it's very sad. And it can be like a trigger warning for a lot of people, so sorry. Yeah, obviously it's dealing with depression and anxiety
Yeah,
and suicide.
Say, it's like each of them was showing a different way of how people deal with pain.
Yeah.
It's like V, where he was sat outside on his own, you see the bottles next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously in the end he snaps. JK, he wasn't like picking a fight, but you know some people do, don't they? They pick a fight and take the beating to deal with pain. And then you've got, I'm starting to seriously consider that Sugar is a pyromaniac.
Because Sugar's always
it's
linked
always
with fire.
got fire.
Yeah.
And he was in like, I think there was like a motel sign and very downtrodden look.
Mm-hmm.
In a way that I think if you saw that in a movie, you'd think of like a drug sort of place, and maybe that's what they were going for without actually putting it there. And then of course J-Hope with the pills.
I'm sure. I'm just really interested to hear your interpretations of seeing it for the first time, right before I sort of talk about what I know of it. But
do you know what I mean? For me, it was like they're all showing a different way of how people can deal with pain.
Really good interpretation.
Jimin crying in the bath and just like Jin was curled up on a bed, wasn't he? RM's I wasn't as sure.
I don't really know, but like at first I thought it was like grief. I felt quite griefy, but then I was like, oh, but then there's all so many. Oh, it was a lot. I don't know. Normally I'm like more together with my thoughts, but I was just felt a bit.
The video itself is very all over the place.
Because it was interspliced with them all having a great time together.
Yeah.
But again, is that kind of people can outwardly be happy and enjoying themselves, but in private they've got.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Or is it that there's all this like grief and sadness and depression, and you know, quite a few of them look like, you know, they were either going to take their own lives or make bad choices that would eventually lead to that. But there's always the upside of things as well, which is why you saw them
Like the light.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. No, really good, really interesting interpretations. I don't think any of those are wrong at all.
And then the song sounded so I could have watched that with no sound at all.
Yeah, I don't know that I think the video went with the song, because the song felt like, you go, I Need You Girl, like I'm singing about.
But those were like it's not like a it's my girlfriend, like this girl.
No, that's what I mean.
These are like real life issues. Like I'm assuming V broke up what was like domestic abuse. RM had the lollipop, but then when he dropped it, it was a cigarette. And it was like burning.
Are they allowed to show smoking in Korea on TV and stuff? That could be what that is.
We're not
it might be like on programmes after the watershed. Let us know if you know. It might be like on programmes after the watershed.
That might be why he had a lollipop.
Yeah.
Because if they can't show smoking, but they're kind of showing that kind of a vice, and then when he drops it, they're allowed to show it as a cigarette.
Because I noticed that.
Because I doubt it's a sugar dependency.
Well, because at first I thought maybe they were all like...
that's just you.
That's just me as a sugar dependency, yes.
I was trying to work out maybe they were like all like different... I don't want to say sins, but then I thought maybe they were, but then they weren't. But then Jin, and maybe because I've seen some of the like later ones, like in On, he has like the bird and it rebirths, and he had those petals.
Doesn't he have a flower or something?
And it looked like it was
Fake Love.
I think Fake Love is part of the BU.
Yeah, but he has a flower in
Fake
that.
Love
doesn't
is
he?
part of the BU as well.
So I didn't know if it was maybe something to do with that, and then he had it there, and I didn't know if it was gonna like blossom hope or something.
Maybe because he had the petals in his hand and he put them on the floor. Maybe that's representing his heart being broken.
That's so good.
And we thought I was the shallow one. This is
so
where people are in the comments going, "You are completely wrong."
Well, this is why I like to talk with you guys first, because first of all, there is no wrong interpretation, and that, like, obviously we've got, when we go into the BU, we'll know what more the stories are, but on face value, there's lots of symbolism in there, but your interpretations are not wrong. They're just, you know, they're just food for thought, and they're like, oh yeah, I never thought of it that way, that's really cool. But yeah, no, I think that's really good. All of the guys in the BU do have their own actual storyline as characters, but they're actually all part of Jin's consciousness, I believe. So they're all in his mind. But on the face of it, of just that video, I believe the petals there's 6 petals that he has, and each of them represents one of the boys, and they all represent the like I said, the trying to resist growing up. So whenever they're together and they're running and they're happy, they're kind of running away from the responsibility. Basically, you know, they want to stay in that state because that's where they're happiest. The lollipop, I've been told, is a representation of youth. And so that's what that is, and that's why I've got that, because the representation of him wanting to hold on to that is in direct conflict with him having a job, which is responsibility, and at one point he has to let it go eventually. It makes adulthood look really depressing, which it's not all depressing.
I feel quite depressed.
Yeah.
Well, the loss of innocence is depressing when you see the world as it really is. Which again, some of those things that they were showing is showing how the world really is.
Yeah. I mean, J-Hope when he was like, it was like that he's supposed to be sleeping pills, I believe, because he can't sleep, and he's got insomnia because of anxiety and whatnot. And when he sort of almost like collapses from exhaustion on the bridge, it's like he's so exhausted of being so anxious. I think it was really interesting because it's like the cars keep going past him. So it's like, even though, if you ever had that where like if you're feeling stuck or whatever, the world carries on, but you can't move. So I felt that was like representation of that. And then with JK, it's supposed to be, I believe, representation of the lack of control, that when you're in that state of leaving childhood and going into an adult, but when you're still a child, you have no control over the fact that this is being forced on you. You can't stay in childhood or with your youth even though you want to. So it's the anger and the frustration that as that's happening to you, you feel you don't have any control, and you know, life can kick the shit out of you in a way, those sorts of things.
But then again, that would also add up with what V was doing, where a child in a abusive household can feel powerless, and then they get to that point of becoming an adult of, do you know what, no, I have some power now and I can do something. Yeah.
I think V's storyline in the BU is that his father is domestically abusive to him and his mother, and then obviously he, like you say, he snaps, and that's like the ultimate sort of mistake. Like, obviously you don't want them to do that, and then so the BU storylines go way more into that, which again, I don't have all of those answers yet because I've never delved deeper into that, but that's my understanding of it at a very surface level, that each of those is a storyline, and V's is he kills his father. So, but
he is, I really want to see him do some acting, because I mean all of them are brilliant, but he and Jimin were
Jimin was crying in the bathtub. I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, all of them acting so good, like as in really convincing, good acting skills and abilities. But yes, it was very very hard to watch, isn't it?
Maybe I need to separate the song from that, because
does the song relate to the video? Because obviously I didn't feel like it did, but again, we don't know the lyrics. So
I think it's just supposed to be the and I agree with you actually, where you're saying that I don't feel that video completely goes with the song, and I do feel that as well, but I think there's slight connections where you can say that obviously their pain could be that all of those images could be representation of the pain we feel when we're in the brand new breakup of that my life is over, like how am I going to cope, how am I going to go on, but obviously you do, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So
I think if it had been called I Need You, I would have maybe said, I can see where the video is with that, because you need someone to help you out of that situation, but because it's got I Need You Girl, to me that then has the like romantic connotation, so and I don't think a girlfriend or a partner is going to necessarily fix that, but there might be other people that would.
I Need You could actually just be like his friends. Clearly in that video it shows that they are the support system for each other. Although the title of the song is actually I Need You, you're right, in the chorus that they add on the girl, so
it is
I Need You, but no, I know what you mean, in the chorus it's I Need You Girl, so it makes it more about a romantic relationship. But you're right, I see what you mean. I Need You is more fitting, because that could be anybody to be your strength in that time.
And there's lots of different people that you might want, and then there might be like people that you actually like need, and for some of those situations were very serious, and they needed like professional.
So it's a bit dark, but
we cannot ignore how good Sugar looked.
I mean, even I did think, wow. I looked at you and I thought, Jenny's going to die.
Pinky ready hair.
The loose white t-shirt.
I love their outfits.
Loose white t-shirt.
I love their outfits when they're walking the train yard, and Sugar's got on like an old school green bomber jacket. That's really good.
He looked great.
Yeah, I like all their outfits. I think some of them were wearing like jeans with like Doc Marten boots and stuff. Really good.
They did look very cool. There's quite a lot of like.
No, it's when he was at the beginning when he was laying in the bed. He's just got the white t-shirt and ripped jeans. Just wow. Playing with a lighter, and you're like, this is Pyromaniac. Maybe that's what I look for in a man.
Oh my gosh.
This thing about fire just intrigues me.
I do like seeing them wear jeans, like just
ripped jeans,
not just like blue jeans like you've got on. No one else can see them obviously, but
just wondering, obviously as we do eventually get to delve into the BU, we'll have a look and see what explanation videos there are. I don't know if there's like a DK TV explanation video of that one. That's the one we did for Dang. Yeah, so we'll have a look. If there are any explanation videos out there that you guys would recommend, please do link them in the comments.
I would like to...
Apologies if I've missed any major symbolism. Like I said, we've not yet delved into it properly.
I would like to, when we get round to it, do a live performance, because I admit I wasn't focused on vocals and stuff because I was really focused on what was going on.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. No,
and
that
it sounded different to... Because obviously I know the melody from Jimin's performance at the MMA.
That was, yeah, it was just the piano of it.
Yeah, so I was expecting it to be a slower ballad than what it was.
Yeah. No, live performances are good. Yeah, you're right, and you get to appreciate the vocals. There's a lot going on there, so it's hard to...
Yeah. I remember Sugar's bit in the beginning, because it was focused on him, and he was rapping, and then, obviously when all the vocal line come in and we're not focused on them or anything, at that point when they're singing, I was more focused on what they were doing than who was singing. Because I can tell the difference.
V spat, and I really...
Oh yeah, no, he did that once, and
I
there's like behind the scenes stuff that I've seen, and like he did that once, and the director was like, "That's great, that's so gravelly." And he was like, "I'm so sorry."
I know,
because that's not them at all.
I know. I think when you watch my face back, I
just felt you go.
It makes me this, but
splintings are nasty habit.
And I feel like especially coming from any of them in such a clean country, I'm like, this.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, no, they wouldn't do that.
What else though is I was surprised at how graphic they went. You know, when things were going somewhere, and you're like, I know where this is going. When he picked up the bottle and he went towards him, I was like, oh, we know where this is going. And then just show him hit, and it was like, oh, okay. And when he hit him in the stomach, I thought he hasn't stabbed him. They won't have done that. He's just punched him in the stomach. And then when they showed the blood, I was like, okay, they went there.
That's why I turned to you and I was like, is this real?
When the guy grabbed JK by the throat, I thought, oh, I don't like that. But thinking, we know what this means. But then when they showed him hit him, I was like, I don't like this. No. Because I can't have them hurt.
Because this feels like a lot rougher style again, because School Love, no, what's the one?
Boy in Love.
Yeah. It was again, when we were shocked by that, because it was that like physical. I got that kind of thing when they put their hands around his throat. Yeah.
No, I got more like along that vibe, but very
protective. I got like no.
You feel that, don't you? But no, I felt like as in really good acting, but for lack of a better word, like K-drama. It wasn't like I was watching an MV. It was like I was watching a drama. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? It was very
like you turned it on halfway, and you're like, what's happening here?
Oh my god, what's happening?
Or you're having like a season like catch up in like 30 seconds or something, and everything that's happened.
Yeah, but if you notice that all of the things that were like they were struggling with, like you said, was on their own, and then whenever they were going back together, they were so happy. So it's like there was a support system for each other. All of those bad things were happening individually.
But they must have been talking about it because J-Hope tipped some of his pills into the fire, and that's when they were all together.
Yeah.
So it's almost like their support was giving him what he needed to move on from that. That's why he was, it's like, I don't need this. I've got you guys, and I can do it.
Yeah.
But then
that.
But then that seemed to be. I mean, I've only watched it the once and shock throughout all of it, but I don't know that any of the others seemed to resolve when they were.
But then you could say that V snapping and doing something was a kind of resolution, as in he's maybe sat back and this has been going on for a long time, and now he's finally done. Hasn't done the right thing, but he's done something.
For V's, it's my understanding is that it's with the bottles outside of his apartment is not him drinking; it's that his father was an alcoholic. So it's his father was alcoholic and abusive and whatnot. So but I believe them tipping the stuff into the fire at the campsite and everything. There's more symbolism in there. Yeah, there's like that video is packed with stuff, but a lot of it is to do with the BU, and that's why I haven't got all of it. But I've read bits and pieces over the years, and
again got
to piece it together and go into that BU rabbit hole.
That person, I'm 100% on board with Kat on Jimin's arms in this video. His arms, his shoulders, his collarbone. Oh my god.
I felt like I couldn't say anything because obviously he looked like he was trying to kill himself.
Obviously.
It was in a traumatic time.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's not real. So
It's
it's okay
not
to
real,
say,
and
oh my God.
This is what I said before. I was like, it's not the similar attack that we're used to, but of course they're beautiful, they're good looking guys, we know that, but yeah. That's why I was like, it's different.
Yeah, can I point out, I was picking up my fan because I was getting really hot, and then Sugar's lying on a bed, and I thought, they're going to think that I'm like, oh, Sugar's on a bed, but I was actually really hot.
Yeah, it's warm in it today.
Yeah, I can.
JD took her hoodie off.
I know, right? I'm always in jumpers and hoodies, so
Question I do have,
I absolutely
actually,
think it's brave of them to do that.
Yeah, I was
video.
going to say, how was that received in Korea, where we know that mental health hasn't been talked about as much as maybe it is here?
Yeah. Again, I think it was quite bold of them to do it. This is before they were winning any awards. They were still getting a lot of hate. As far as I know, it was still pretty ballsy of them to do that, because again, it was acknowledging the teen suicide rates and things like that.
Do you know how it was received? Or
I think
do we need to ask?
By all means, I don't have all of that information. Please let us know if you know.
Do you know how that was received?
As far as I know, in terms of ARMY, they loved the song, and they, obviously the BU and whatnot. But I think a lot of people appreciated that they were talking about something that needed to be talked about. Yeah. So. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that were like, no, don't talk about that. Our society's fine. And it's, it's not the case, is it, for everyone?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, here, I know people, usually older people, that with mental health, they're like, people just need to get on with it. People just need to get over it. That's not a thing. It's people just being dramatic. In my day, we just got on with it. And it's like, it's not.
Yeah, no.
It's not the way.
So yeah, I think it was really brave of them to do that. And I think also that's why it hits so hard, because that video has not got one story of one person, a representation of one person's pain, because like you were saying, pain comes out in all different ways. So the fact that it's got so many different stories and representations of pain, you will see or identify with something in there somewhere, and I think that's why it's also so sad on another level. Because
it can be very easy with TV shows and movies and music, I suppose, to portray people in pain. Do this is how people cope. Like with a breakup, you'll see a girl crying in her bed with chocolate, and it's just like that's not how everyone deals with that pain. But it's always the go-to. And so in a way, the fact that they're showing all these different ways is to say, it doesn't matter which way you're dealing with it, it's you're dealing with pain. And
I thought it was really interesting when you said, it could be representation of how when they were together and they were smiley, like how you try and put on a brave face when you're in front of people, but then when you're alone, you can't hide it. And I think that's really interesting.
We watch something a bit cheerful now. I feel
we will.
Right, so that was I Need You. Thank you for that request, Busanbate.
Thank you.
I say thank you. I did enjoy the song.
You're like, I'm still very confused.
No, I think I'm a little bit traumatised.
Yeah.
It is sad.
Don't put hands on JK.
No, right? You just want to be like,
Sugar, start the fire behind you with the door in front of you, not in the middle. Whilst you're still standing on the bed, you put petrol on. Come on.
That's self-destructive, though.
That's something with it.
And I've just... Okay, so V's was awful, but at least there was someone there to benefit from him. Jimin was just all alone. Oh, I don't like it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Can I have some cake or something now, please?
Okay. Alright. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.